Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host Matrix Lord 212, and I am with Phillip Archer. What's up, Phillip?
Hello, Joe, and good evening, everybody else.
All right, so I was at work most of the day. I actually got a message about what happened from Graham, and then I was talking to you. So, what happened in Doctor Who today?
There's quite a few bits have come out left, right, and centre. But the main one I think you will want me to hit is the fact that it's now being said that Sir Chris Chibnall, I'll say Sir now because he's a bit of a god now. Chibnall is signed on for Series 13. They're in the midst of preparing Series 13, and Jodie Whittaker is installed and, as you say, locked for Series 13. As well as the crew, as the companions. Well, we don't know for sure, but
So, I did say that a while ago, though.
yes, you did, and I'm not going to shy away from that. I am going to give you props for saying that.
Listen, I'm very happy that I'm right because I don't like to be wrong. I don't think I'm full of myself.
No, you're not. But can I stipulate one thing?
Wow.
The Radio Times article that wrote about it as well. They say that he says words like bollocks or bullshit. I don't know whether he would say that in an interview. In regards,
It might, because if he was mad enough, he would say all the stuff that people talked about him is bollocks or bullshit. Yeah, I think so,
yeah,
because there's a lot of people talking shit. Yeah, me
yeah, well,
included.
that's what threw me, because I thought if he's going to be a bit of a gentleman about it,
No,
he's
he
not.
ain't gonna be a gentleman about it. He's not a gentleman about things. He plays like he's a gentleman, but no, he thinks it's bullshit, and like he can't wait to tell the world that he's still showrunner, and kind of like destroy the hearts of many. I guess all the people that are his haters. So yeah.
Yeah, yes.
So look, here's the thing that I made a video earlier. And this is my take. I am look, I love Doctor Who, you know that, but when I'm doing the news, I do news a lot. And for some reason I get two sides of people. Some people they're happy when I do the news, and there's others that don't want me to be right, and they want to hate, and they want to talk nasty, and they want to say a lot of horrible different things, and they want to go at me, and it's like a battle, right? And
Which is that's part of the course of being competitional in a place like YouTube or Twitter or anywhere else. You're always going to have competition. But go on.
and I'm the type of person that I don't shy away from a challenge or anything. So when someone starts talking smack to me, I love to shove it in their face when they're wrong. I mean, maybe it's a character flaw, or maybe it's a character plus. But all these people that 100% positive that Jodie's not going to be around with us and is gone, and I'm not attacking anybody individually. I'm just saying when people are enemies and when different things got hot and heavy because people want, like, they have their own thing that they're told, and then here I come along with my source, and it's totally contradictory to what they have, and only one person is going to be right. Now, again, this is, to me, it's not about competition, because I love people doing videos. I love competition. I love that stuff. It's not about like, oh my God, this one's got more views than me, or this one's got more stuff than me. It's about everybody talking about Doctor Who, but a lot of people take it personal and serious because they don't want anybody to one up them or have any more news than they do. And in this particular instance, there's a few things that I said that I was the only one saying. Like, there was a few things, and there's no way it could have changed that way. Like, everybody's like, you're the only one saying this, so it's not true. You're the only one that's saying that Jodie's locked, like, completely 100% with 100% certainty. Yeah, and I was. And the whole thing is that I knew that this was done, a done deal from a while ago from my source. Now,
Fair
there's
enough.
some, so, and again, when your source is from the BBC, yeah. So, of course, though, there are some things that are outside their control, and that is the mighty Chibnall, which he has a lot more power than you think he does because he has these
But you know
contracts.
what? When you say that sort of thing, right? Why would he have so much power over previous showrunners? Why is he so special?
Because Moffat didn't get an HBO Max deal. And Moffat didn't get a China deal. But Moffat's following in his footsteps and is getting a Netflix deal. Now, but then he had bargain, like he didn't have stuff like that. Moffat, the thing was is that when Moffat, listen, I'm going to bring an example. Moffat they gave him a check for Paternoster Gang series, and he got mad and he said no. And then they did piss each other off to a point where they're saying, well, we're doing a Doctor Who spinoff, and you're not going to be the main person of it. So, of course, he's got to be involved in it, class. But it's like he set it up to fail because he didn't do it, So he didn't make his doctor appear in it at all, really, only a little bit. That's his thing. And, there was a lot of stuff going on. So, again, even they said they forced him to have what do you call it? Nardo in there.
Yeah.
Matt Lucas, the BBC, because there wasn't no 100% working together. But then he did stuff that he had bargaining chip like Sherlock. Sherlock was the excellence, and they wanted more. So he had a thing. But now with Chibnall, they want a Christmas special every which way, and he won't give it. Which is next year the year that they get their way? I don't know. Maybe not. But maybe. But he has a little more say because he's bringing them millions of dollars. And how could you tell him? How could you say anything to him? No, like really. I mean, they do fight the stuff that they just don't get along with because they don't understand why he can't put out a Christmas special because they wanted to have two this year. They wanted to have the New Year's resolution, and they wanted to have a Christmas special that folded in this time because so they could say they had 2 episodes in this year,
Yeah.
But he just wouldn't do it. So now that everything is a hodgepodge because we covered episode 1 of series 12. I said flat out, I gave it a nickname. I said 00 Doctor. I said Kate Stewart's in it. I said Kate Stewart is like playing like, let's say, M of MI6. Units disbanded.
That's not fully confirmed as yet. That's a rumor as of now.
Well, that we talked about it a year ago.
Yeah, true.
And now it's surfaced again. And everybody's like, oh, this is new. It's not new, though.
I know. Yeah, I understand that. It's not new, but it's just, it is, as you say, it has resurfaced, but there's still no absolute on that. So let's just put that.
But so here's the thing. Now, of course, when we did Kiss on this back in the day, we were like, well, wait a minute. If this episode's a spy episode and the second episode is a spy episode, wouldn't they connect? Like, I think Scott might have said that. And we're like, no, we're no.
Like I said, But like I said, it's a two-parter split into. It's a two-parter. It's one story split into 2.
Right. So there's got to be a reason they go in the past, I guess.
Yeah.
Towards whatever. So.
The name of the episode 1.
Yeah.
Title is called. I can't remember what it was. Something to do with
Fall of the Regime. Fall of the Regime.
That's it. The Fall of the Regime. So that it's kind of got a Bond title to it. If you think about it, it's kind of James Bondy. The Fall of the Regime. So that fits in with the spy stuff, in a sense.
Right.
That's kind of cool.
What about the second episode?
That's not. Somebody knows about 4 titles, but they're not giving them up as yet.
Yeah, I saw somebody on Twitter was putting space.
Yeah, they're not giving them up. They're keeping those to their chest. What else? There was a little stick in the mud conversation about Doctor Who might visit the fact that
that's not happening.
I know, but
we're gonna say. So in other words, this rumor came about way before now. Somebody had said something in one of those controversial YouTube channels that basically, what are they going to do? Make it that the doctor had a whole regeneration line of women, and then the second cycle is, first of all, it's definitely not that, because they already established, and even the 11th Doctor established, the rules of regeneration are known. You expended all your lives, meaning he only had one cycle of regeneration energy, and he expelled it, and they give him a new cycle of regenerations. Now, this happened only to the Master first, actually, before the Doctor, because they gave him a new cycle. They thought he was going to be a soldier in their war, and he ran away. Which was, Professor
And he was even offered that in the Five Doctors as a reward for saving the Doctor. So, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the point, is that he was given that first, before the Doctor was, a new cycle of regenerations.
Indeed.
And even the Valyard was offered the Doctor's regenerations if he won the case.
Mm-hmm.
Which, so here's the thing. It's like the Doctor had a new cycle of regenerations now, but the fact that, they're saying that they're going to retcon it and saying that the Doctor was a woman first, they're not going to do that, first of all, because there is somebody that's alive that has more say, only appeared a few times in New Who history.
Yeah.
And they intervened at the weirdest time. And when Russell T. Davies was the showrunner, they stopped him from saying that the woman at end of time was the Doctor's mother.
Mother, yes.
So this person had 1,000,000% say, more than Russell T. Davies. Whoever this person is, that surfaces every now and then, very rarely, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
They can only go so far, but if it affects the character's original history and continuity, this person surfaces, or it may be an estate of this person surfaces, and they put a kibosh on it. And even Russell T. Davies said that he didn't know that this person existed.
Mm-hmm.
But when he was told no, it was like, oh, well, okay. Like, shockingly. Like, I can't overstep that this person exists. So I don't know who the person is. I don't know how old they are. I don't know if they're a relative of, but for whatever reason, this person surfaces every now and then. I think you could count it on one hand in New Who history.
We have to also remember Doctor Who as a product is, what's the word I'm looking for? Fluid. You can check. You can do whatever you want.
Well, you can't really. No, not really.
Well, they have.
You can't really change that the first Doctor is not the first Doctor. You can't really do that.
But they changed the fact that Time Lords. They changed the fact that Time Lords are not two different gender species. They can change. They're interchangeable. That's changed.
But again, it was that the Corsair was the only one who did it. And then everybody did. But then not everybody did it right away. Then it was, okay, the Master, Karn, they made her a woman. Even Karn offered the Doctor to be a woman, said no. He became the War Doctor. What do you call it, in Hellbent? The guy, the general was originally a woman, then it was a man, then it became a woman again. So there was the thing that the Doctor said this happened all the time was not true. It was an exaggeration, because it was only rarely, because when they all looked in shock that the general became a woman, it's because they don't see that every day.
She said, oh, well, what did she say? Thank God I'm
the Doctor lies. The Doctor lies, though. I mean,
well,
the Doctor lies.
That's just the same. I mean, it doesn't actually mean you can change. I mean, writers write Doctor Who. Doctor Who is not a real thing. So you can invent whatever you like in Doctor Who lore.
Unless the person the person will surface and tell Chibnall no if he goes too far.
Well, I mean, yeah, true. Even this thing about the Doctor having a whole female regeneration cycle before Hartnell,
That's
that's a
bullshit.
no-no. That would
That's
destroy
bullshit.
everything. That would if that ever
I
happened.
think if they did that, I would, because here's the thing. After all these years of watching it, that would put us on the same level as someone who's never seen Doctor Who before, because you just took all of canon, you threw it in the garbage.
Yeah,
I would not watch it anymore if they
same here.
undermined it.
Same here.
I would definitely end the Real Whovians cast if they undermined the character's original history, and William Hartnell is not the first Doctor. I would just be done with it.
Well, technically, he's the first Doctor of that regeneration cycle. It's not
No,
really.
he's the first of everything. There is
Yeah.
none of that. No, I don't believe that. And I'm sorry, but you can't change when you start screwing around with the character's original history.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous. I mean, because it's a point of no return, and then people are not going to be happy. They're not. You will
No,
destroy
of course not.
you will destroy the fandom. You will. You will destroy Doctor Who fandom.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. You will. It will never recover. It would have to be a bold reset to recover it. Like, I mean, I'm talking. They'll make it like the Doctor was drugged. She was saying shit she didn't mean or something. Or she was possessed. I'm telling you right now, Chibnall can't do that. He does it. And I think even Moffat, I think all of them will be against him. I think the BBC would have fought. Let's just
step.
That's not happening, because I'm going to tell you right now.
No, that's what I'm going to say.
One of the sites, I don't know if it was Nerdrotic or Mecha Random or somebody said this before. They said this as, watch this happen. This was like a while ago. So I think they're recycling the story.
Right. Okay.
Honestly, because it didn't come from them. It came from YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not real.
I know it's not real. I mean, it'll be a kill.
Just like the David Tennant getting scolded by Jodie Whittaker's doctor, that's not real either.
Well, that's not a bad thing. I mean, that is
a bad thing.
Well, it is a bad thing, but it's not as harsh as it's not as dangerous as.
It's harsh.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not as dangerous as what we've just been talking about.
It's not dangerous, but it's not. It's harsh.
Okay, it's harsh.
I know. Look, it's different from the Fifth Doctor jabbing the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're talking a gender thing that the Doctor's not supposed to be gender. So, like, I mean, yes, he's in a woman body, whatever, but they're not supposed to make it that way. Like, all of a sudden, he's so like woman person. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's supposed to be so busy that he doesn't pay attention that he's in a woman's body. That's the whole point. He's just trying on a new shirt to him. He doesn't take it seriously. He doesn't think of it like that. So him being a woman now, it's like, not really like penetrating in the brain. That's the way it is.
But then, would it be okay then for you to say then it's okay for the Doctor to be a woman every now and then, be post Jodie? So would that be even that'd be acceptable to you, wouldn't it?
From what I heard, like I said a while ago, Chibnall's plan was when Jodie leaves, another female.
So that's fine with you then, but it's not fine for her.
Well,
for the Doctor to have been a woman before Hartnell.
No, because here's the thing. So now, once it's established, the Doctor can become a woman now. If the Doctor became a woman right away, I don't know. It wouldn't bother me because, but the Doctor will become a man eventually.
Yeah.
And it's the whole thing is like Chibnall has an agenda, so he's pushing the female doctors now. And that's why he put it in the logo. That is the women's symbol. He did it for a reason. It was an insider thing that all his doctors are going to be female. So if Jodie leaves, the next doctor is a female, if he's still there, which he is.
Yeah.
And the next female will probably be an African American doctor, female.
That'll be interesting.
So you never know.
So let's recap. So Chibnall and Whitaker are on board for Series 13, they're slowly putting that together. Nothing's been written yet.
No. Things are laying around. They have been written. They're not completed, but they have been written. Yeah. Things are laid out. Yeah. Like brief synopsises, brief story arcs. Yeah.
So where do you think that will be signposted to start picking up and getting out?
It was originally supposed to be. It wasn't widely known. Only I knew from my source, and then started talking about it, and people were pissed. But they were supposed to start the end of February, first week of March, but Chibnall had broken that. So we don't have a date right now to start. Which not sure if I don't think that's a good thing, actually.
Yeah.
That's a very bad thing. Because that means that, and this is why I don't want the series to be this early, is because you're going to have a way longer period for Doctor Who to appear.
Mm-hmm.
Unless if you count this special they're holding over, so we have something to whet our appetite, because Doctor Who's not going to be ready. So we will have like the Dalek thing, if that's really what the plan is, which I really still believe that special's coming first, but I don't know.
Hang on. So repeat that. You really don't believe the special coming first?
I believe the special's still coming first.
Oh, you believe it's coming first? I'm not so sold on it, because nothing that's been said has come out with the word special.
But where are they coming from? That's the point. Stuff is coming out. Chibnall's talking, but where is it coming that the BBC is? I mean, you're not going to know till tomorrow about episode counts and stuff.
Yeah, but like I said, all the news that's come out today or any other day before today, nothing's really put in brackets special. It's all
nobody wants, because here's the thing: people are so upset that they can't have Series 12. They're not thinking straight. They don't want a special because they think that that's going to stop them from seeing their movie.
Well, maybe it is as it says, that we're kicking off with Series 12 and we're going to have a special at the end of that. That's the only way I can see it.
I really don't believe we're going to have two different episodes in the same week.
Well, this is an extended episode. I mean, it said today an extended episode for New Year's Day one, so that might just be a one-off, and then we start proper into Series 12.
Right.
But it depends, which means then that spy one is not part of Series 12; it's on its own.
Well, no. See, now you're putting your stuff into it. No, that is
because if what they're saying that the one that's coming up now. It's the spy episode.
That is Series 12, though.
But then that means that Series 12 is kicking off as a two-parter with the first episode, with that first story of Series 12.
No, it's episode 1 and 2.
Yes, no.
If it did it that way. Here's the thing.
Yeah, go on.
I'm going to just say, look, tomorrow Phillip is going to contact me, obviously. And he's going to send me a link, whether it's a special or episode 1. I still, again, am not sold 100% on this trailer business.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think that the reason you're not getting a trailer is because they're giving you so much today and so much here and there that they don't need to give you a trailer.
Well, people want to see something.
No, but they did see stuff. That's why people are going crazy. You gave them a little stuff and that's it. They're okay now. So if they didn't get a trailer tomorrow, it's not going to be a big deal because people just got some stuff.
Yeah, but it's all very well getting information, but you want to see some sort of visual excitement to ramp up the.
You'll see it. They'll show you a picture of the Dalek.
We've seen that though.
But you'll see a picture of the Dalek with the Doctor with the other Daleks. You'll see a picture of the companion's face being afraid. You'll see a new that it's definitely a new picture. May have a picture of a companion yelling at the Doctor. You don't know.
I would like them to give us something where we get a run, like a roll call of who's, like it says, series 12. Here are the people that are appearing in, guest stars, and little bits or snippets or flashes of episode scenes.
I would
And
like
that'd
to
be nice.
see. I would like to see a still of Graham, like like his feet standing on the dolly, trying to rip off the plunger or whatever with his face, like whatever. That would be hysterical.
Also, it does appear that there is a Mary Shelley story
Yes.
with the Frankenstein
Yes.
backdrop to that.
Yes. Now, is it a thing that a villain is traveling through time, and that's why it goes from the present to the past, and that are they chasing after the person the whole season?
I don't. I
Is it
couldn't really
has
say.
to do with? Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. I have an inkling. Okay, I have an inkling, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna make a guess. I'm gonna speculate right now.
That's a good word to use.
I'm gonna speculate right now. This is Matrix Lord speculation. Kate Stewart calls the doctor for help. She's running MI6 because unit is disbanded at the moment. She sets them on a mission about this person that they got to go after, and this person's mysterious. This person's whatever they're doing. Turns out the person's traveling through time, probably. Turns out the person might be Sacha Dhawan, the master. Now maybe.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that.
And then it's gonna be like, oh shit, we can't have I gotta go after him. Why do you gotta go after him, doctor? You don't understand. Try us. No, we have to go. We're not gonna go after him. Like, you know this person. So this is gonna be, then it's gonna complicate things. And the doctor's judgment is not gonna be maybe the right judgment, because it's about like she's thinking about their, the past, the friendship,
history. Yeah.
So
we have to also bear in mind
because the master is probably going to feel that the doctor left.
Hang on, though. We have to remember, though, that if Sacha Dhawan, this is also speculation, if Sacha Dhawan does play the Martha, this is not going to be the same Martha we know of Missy. This is a different incarnation, and it could be worse than what the Missy was.
It probably will be after Missy's incarnation.
Yeah, but Missy
and it's
was
probably, again, the death or almost death is probably affecting the regeneration, where the master's pissed again at the doctor because all the progress they made, and he left her there. It's like he left Nardole there to die. And I understand it was like he was dying and he was a little distracted, but again, you made all that progress and screw it. Like, you just left her there, honestly.
But that would imply that the master has feelings.
Pissed. No, it would imply that the master is pissed. Well, it was a waste of time to be a good guy, because the doctor he's going to make it like the doctor's selfish. The doctor's not better than him, and he needs to best the doctor.
But at the end of the day, right, Missy wasn't betrayed by the doctor. She was betrayed by her own self.
But when she regenerates, the memory of the new master is not going to be thinking like Missy. It's going to be thinking with a different mind, a different taste, a different hunger. So that's a whole different story. Like, I mean,
but what if Dhawan's master, and again speculating, what if Dhawan's master is somewhere within the cycle before Missy?
No, they're not doing it.
No. Why not?
Look, because first of all, I honestly feel, and I've said this many a times, the way I look at it is that when what's the name of Generator? John Sim. He was going through a thing where all these memories of the doctor, all these different things that are happening, that maybe he wanted to be sort of different. Like the doctor became the war doctor, like the doctor became the value, whatever. Like, so in other words, he didn't want to be the master. He wanted to be different. And he was trying to find his place on, is he good, is he evil, whatever. because, and especially added on that Missy said that stuff to him. So I honestly always pictured Toby Jones as the master that didn't call himself the master, called himself like the Dream Lord or whatever, and you thought he was a scumbag, but then he wanted the Doctor to sort of, like, he helped him a little bit, and his proof that he was real was that he was not an illusion, that he controlled the TARDIS console in a physical form, and then he just screwed with him in his head, making him think that it's him. Because maybe the Doctor lied to Amy and all that it was him. It wasn't really him. He knew it was the Master. And it was just like, in his head. That's why the Doctor mentioned the Master in A Town Called Mercy. Because it was called guilt and regret weighing in on his consciousness.
But the Doctor never had that. The Doctor never had that kind of conscience with the Master before. He's always thought, well, the Master.
But it changed when it was the end of time. It changed because here's the thing: when the Master's blasting shit at him, right?
Mm-hmm.
David Tennant. When David Tennant got hit and went down, the Master didn't blow up his brains. They were talking. They were talking as, you're my friend, but you're a dick. No, you're a dick. You're an asshole. You really are. Like friends, just they're talking to each other. He could have blew his brains out a million times.
But the Master's always said to himself that the universe.
No, but this was different. This was different. Because now was a thing where once he got that thing out of his head,
the drumming,
supposedly he had that all of his lives, supposedly, that now he was clear-headed to kind of defeat the Doctor, which he did as Missy, because he was beaten. Like, you had Cybermen took over all the dead bodies all over the world. Missy won, but she didn't want that, though. When she had the victory, she didn't want it. She wanted to turn it over to him. Let's be friends again.
Yeah,
that was the whole point.
Yeah, but she was trying to say to him, look, join me in universal domination. I'll give you this as a gift, a bunch of Cybermen to do what you will throughout the universe. And the Doctor said, no, that's not my thing.
Right, correct.
That's not that.
Correct. So,
as much as she tries to change him, she's never going to change the Doctor, or,
Which now is going to be the opposite. Now, the Master's going to do everything in his power to change her, to turn her into like the Valyard.
Wow, I don't know. I don't know.
Because you got to think about this. You got to think of this now too.
Go on.
The Master supposedly was the prisoner of the Doctor for 1,000 years, which I really don't believe that, by the way. I think that's just nonsense. But so all that time, one night they'll have takeout Chinese and they're talking. Another night, I got pizza. Oh, let's talk. I gave you a piano. Oh, I got this. So they're friends, hanging out.
Yeah, they always have been friends. But
but that's the point.
But their lives is always a game of chess. That's what the Master lives for.
And when the Master had that thing taken out of his brain, you saw how calm he was to Nardole. Nardole was flying the ship. Did he blast him instantly? No. She's just talking to him but you have to remember,
this is a different aspect of the Master.
Correct.
Every Doctor is different in their personality. This Master, Missy, is different from all the others that we know of. Yes, she's still evil, but she was a woman this time with women's sensibilities.
But here's the thing. I honestly think that something's wrong with Jodie's Doctor. I think there's something going on, and I think that if the Master appears, he knows something's going on. It could be that she has some type of brain damage or something because of holding back the regeneration energy. And when I mean brain damage, meaning that at some point in time, she's going to get sort of like an Alzheimer's of her Time Lords.
Yeah, but do you know what that implies when you say something like that? That she would have to be forced to regenerate because the damage that's done to her.
Not necessarily. There might be something else that they have to do.
Okay.
Look at Colin Baker when he was sick and he's choking Perry and he says, I need to go become a monk, and I need to drink this thing. I need to do this, and I'll be okay. Like
Yeah, but that's the same.
there was something.
That's just but that's the same thing as what they did with Peter Davison when they said that they had to take him to a place of
The zero
simplicity.
room. You had to go to the zero room.
Yeah, the zero room or Castrovalva to calm down and relax and get used to a new body.
Which Castrovalva was bullshit anyway, though. But like, yeah, the zero room was really calming his, just like the tea was calming him in,
Exactly, making him, bringing him back, knitting him together, basically.
Christmas Invasion, right? So basically, so I mean, this is the thing. I honestly think that the Master and the Doctor, that's going to play on the companions. It's going to spin them around the universe, and they're not going to be happy with it.
And let's stipulate, we don't know for sure if the Master's
This is me speculating.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just reacting to
you'll see, like, the Master, like, hey, fam, why don't you take on the Daleks? Hey, fam, why don't you take on the Cybermen? Hey, fam, look where I brought you today. Could your doctor save you from the Jadoon? Like, this is what's going to happen. So, like, this is what I'm speculating.
And that's another thing you can now publicly say, that you were right about the handcuffs imagery.
Yes. I was the only one that said that in the whole entire Doctor Who fandom, about the handcuffs. That's the only one that said she's like this because she was handcuffed. So.
And there's a photo to prove that to be the case. So
yes, she was arrested.
Yeah.
Yes, which is probably that other thing we heard, that something's going to happen to separate the Doctor and her companions. That might be it.
Mm-hmm.
We heard a rumor about that, so they're going to have to fend for themselves. So we get to see how good they are as companions.
And as they said, I mean, the bullet points of the episode to come, it's been billed as the most fantastic one you'll ever see ever in Doctor Who.
Bullshit.
I hate when they say that sort of thing. I really hate it because it really just fucks it up. And
I'm gonna have a wish list.
Go on.
I'm gonna say, as my wish list, Doctor Who wish list, what I want for Christmas is I want it to be revealed that Stephen Fry is Rassilon, and that, he's pissed off at the Doctor for being exiled. So he decides the only way he can bump into the Doctor mostly is if he's on Earth. So he's going to screw around. And
are you saying that because Stephen Fry played a Time Lord?
No, not at all, actually.
Before.
I'm saying that because it would make sense that somebody saved Missy, and who would save Missy was the High Council that was exiled from Gallifrey. So they picked her up and they restored her.
All right, fair enough.
But she will work for them or something. So, I mean, again, this could be a thing. How about an army of Time Lords that are not connected with Gallifrey, just screwing around with the Doctor? That would be pretty damn cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not just in present day Earth; they're in the past too.
And what do you think? What do you think about the poster they put out today that says "Space for All" with Jodie and the crew? Her coat is flowing outwards, which is engulfed in the in space itself. It's got space within the cloak and all that. How do you like that imagery they put out today? It looks a bit simple to me, and it's not very like.
I mean, it's like the line, "I'm the Doctor and I save people."
Yeah.
No shit. Like, okay. Did you think really hard that long? Like that's what I'm talking about. It's like, so you want to share the picture? Can we share the picture on here?
I've got to find it first. I don't know where I found. Oh, I know where I've seen it. Give me a moment.
Watch the space. Watch the space.
Whilst you're doing it, you can talk to the audience while I'm doing that. So.
Yeah. So the thing is that if this season is interconnected where the other season wasn't, we're going to call it the series because we don't want to confuse people. That would be good where every episode does connect to each other, that you have to watch it in order, unlike last season. And I think that is what's been lacking in Doctor Who, is that you need for them to watch Doctor Who in order and give them a project. Because if you make it so easy for them that, they can miss 5 episodes, then who's going to watch it? So you need to make it where they have to watch Doctor Who, because if they don't, they won't know what the fuck is going on, basically, and give them some work to do. So that's what they need to do. They need to stop being so relaxed where, if you missed an episode, you'd be able to pick up,
Right, so there's a picture
Right.
that they put out today. Notice how her hair is much longer as well, as opposed to last season.
Yeah, and notice how Graham is completely on the other side, away from Ryan and Yaz.
Well, where else would you put him? You can't really squeeze him over there.
It's a point where they look like they're close. Like they look like something may be going on.
Oh, you mean with Yaz and...
Yeah, relationship-wise.
Well, that could be the case. I just think I don't want to look too hard into that. I just think it's just a point of placing him there or there.
Let's psychoanalyze this poster to death. Ready?
All right, go on then.
Graham is looking and he's like, I'm going to die. Should I tell them? Yaz is looking like, wow, my ancestor was this thing, and then my ancestor was killed by the Nazis. And Ryan looks more confident than he should.
Yes.
Ryan looks like complete, no fear, relaxed. And the Doctor, it's just meaning that she's, where last season she was just
born.
This season is she's going back to her roots in Earth, not Earth, in space. So it's going to be on different planets.
Yeah, and she looks a bit more assertive than last time.
She looks like she's searching for something.
Mm. Yeah. But I like it. I mean, space for all. That's fine. It's another way of saying all inclusive again. But it's a bit. I don't know. I mean, I could have done with a bit more than that as a sort of like coming back to Doctor Who. It's a bit bland in my eyes. It's a bit bland. But
I mean, her shirt looks darker.
Yeah, apparently she has a new variation of clothing this season.
Looks darker.
Mm-hmm. They did. I mean, well, I've not seen any sign of the new coat that they said that was once rumored that she's got a darker coat, but I've not seen that come around. So
I think the
don't know
coat's reversible.
Oh, it could be.
They're like black.
Who knows? That could be a case.
Black with the white stripe.
I mean, the only other thing I know that she'll be wearing a different costume is with the spy one where she's wearing a tuxedo.
Why am I picturing that something's gonna happen to Yaz? Like really bad.
What makes you think that? No, I'm gonna stop.
I don't know why. For some reason, what? I don't know. Do you think for some reason I just picture the Doctor holding her and she's crying and dying something? I have a feeling something's gonna happen.
If there's anybody I think that's going to have a sort of pivotal moment, would either be Graham
and that's too predictable, so they wouldn't do it.
Well, why not?
Because everybody is saying the same thing.
Yeah, true. Point taken. But when everybody thinks the same thing, why not give them the same thing?
Because he doesn't give anybody anything that they want.
Yeah, I see your point.
All this stuff about we thought Graham was going to die. I honestly think it's not even going to be him. I bet you they do something with Yaz. Because something's going on with Yaz's story, like the arc. So is it a thing about regrets? Is it going to be a thing where she's giving a reset, where when everything is done, she gets to keep her life, but no memories of the Doctor or something? Or is like, would the Doctor erase her memory of Graham and, Ryan and just put her back on Earth? And just, and then the other companions have to deal with that she doesn't remember them.
That'd be a sad thing. I mean, when was the last time that happened with Donna Noble?
Well, Clara, but reverse with the Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times can you do that? Really?
I mean, there would have to be a reason behind it, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, it would happen again, I'm sure, but I just kind of wish that the Doctor was. I kind of wish that they shock you and make the Doctor Alan Cumming. And just no, I listen. I think he would be excellent. You know, he'd have a young companion, but it wouldn't be about romance. It would be like, you know, whatever, like sort of like Professor Ace type of thing. And he would have a, you know, young girl, and like they would travel around, like, you know, she'd be in her 20s, whatever. I think that you know, I'd want to see that, you know. But I would want to see if they do it. Look, here's the thing: they have to change it up. Honestly, they have to change it up where if the Doctor is going to be a man again, then take them totally out of the damn UK for a season. Like, don't even film there. Like, just do something different. Couple episodes in New York, an episode in Antarctica, some shit. Like, different places. Like, do different stuff. You know, if you're going to go to Cape Town all the time, then go to, like, just go to, like, you know, film all these different parts of the world or in America itself. You know, and I think that they need to do that. I mean, it's kind of weird that they're always just in the UK. I mean, come on now. Why can't the Doctor just pop in on America? Because she's never really there. They don't know her. You know what I'm saying? Not really.
Yeah.
It would be right where people would know who she is. Showing up in New York or something.
I'm sure that I'm quite certain there's an episode that is based in New York in this season anyway.
Or even in Los Angeles, an episode in Los Angeles, or, you know, Louisiana or something. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be.
You know, but again, but they have the money now, though. That's another thing. It's not like they don't have the money to go. They can go now.
Yeah, and if that is borne out, as you say, then and they're saying it's going to be bigger and better than what you've ever seen before, then that would be a testament to the money that's being spent on Doctor Who. But we'll see about that.
I would have them investigate how to speed up the process of doing the episodes. Because 10 months for 11 episodes is too long.
Yeah.
Arrow does 22. What is it? Is it Arrow or is it Supergirl? They have like 22, 23 a year.
That's right.
So
yeah.
Why don't you go ask them how to do it and try to replicate that?
I think it's about logistics and about money is in itself anyway. Your recording module is vastly different from our English TV module. We could never match just how you do it. We could never match it. It's not how we do it anyway.
What do you mean, though?
Because
the labor laws are different.
Not so much that. It's just how television structure is done over here. It's not the same as yours. Yours is totally different from ours, as opposed to everyone else as well. I mean, right. Australia might do things different from what you do, or even China.
Even Walking Dead, though. Walking Dead has 16 episodes a year, but then they have Fear the Walking Dead, then they have the other Walking Dead, then they have Rick Grimes the movies. I mean, they know how to do episodes.
That's because you've got lots of more money than we have. You're a vast conglomerate.
But now you make on equal footing what the money is to do episodes. Now you got 2 investors, probably 3 soon. I'm hearing like you have 2 investors. So like, why don't you like?
But if they were able to do that, don't you think they would have done that by now? I don't think it's
because I think it's very. They're too set in their ways. They don't like change at BBC. So
it's not about not liking change. It's what they're able to do, and if they're only able to do it the way they do it now, that's all.
Right now, we're in a situation where Dracula is going to be paid for half by Netflix. Correct?
I suppose I was thought so. I don't know.
They kind of took a page out of Chibbs' book, and they got some nice deal actually. And something that could have lasted 2 years now is probably locked for 5 years now because of the income. So Doctor Who needs to be part. Look, we already have 2 big contracts, but they need to find a way to do more episodes, honestly. Because I really feel that in order for Doctor Who to accelerate further,
Are you talking about beyond? Are you saying beyond 10 episodes per season?
What I'm saying is, even if it's not Doctor Who, but like a spin-off show where you just chronicle like the Eighth Doctor or something, you need to have Doctor Who on TV as more of a presence. So in other words, when Doctor Who goes off the air for Series 12, you got to have something like, say, Walking Dead goes off, then Fear the Walking Dead comes back, right? So you got to have, like, maybe we get to see, say, Jodie talking about the past, and then you see McGann, and then you see a whole season of McGann while Jodie's off the air. And it's a thing where it wouldn't affect anything because we know that McGann regenerates in this point on the Sisterhood of Karn, right? So
Yes.
like it wouldn't really affect her doctor, because you know he's going to regenerate there and he's going to wherever there. But you need to put out, like, if you did Paternoster now, it should be like 3 episodes, like Sherlock. Hour and a half, hour and a half, hour and a half, right? And they look at one point in time, and you know this, they had Doctor Who, Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures, right? And they used to have a TV show, right, for kids that would talk about the new Doctor Who episode, right?
Yeah.
And they would talk about Torchwood on this thing. They would talk, but like right now, they don't have that. And what they need to do is they need to reestablish Doctor Who in the UK by expanding the brand.
For some reason, Doctor Who always seems to have a short shelf life, in a sense that it always goes well for a while, then all of a sudden it starts going downhill for something. And it's like it has that kind of like, we don't know what to do with Doctor Who now. We've gone so far with it. What do we do now?
And that's another thing is Chibnall really doesn't commit to getting people, like, in other words, they should have tons of action figures. Like, just make sure that every single action figure you possibly could have made for Series 11 is out now. Instead, we got to look and search for these action figures that are made by this big company, but limitedly. Like, let's put it out there. So when Doctor Who comes back on the air, there's new merchandise with Doctor Who. It's all about the marketing, and then they're not, like, I'm sorry, a shirt with the TARDIS with a rainbow is not something I see as worth my tongue. But if you made a shirt of the Sea Devils, if you made a shirt of the Cybermen, if you made a shirt of the Jadoon, if you made like a phrase, like different things besides the T-shirts, I'm talking about TARDIS playset. I'm talking about companions, bigger size companions. I'm talking about like different stuff that happens in the episodes we're not privy to. Maybe you make a play set of like almost like Frankenstein, but it being a Cyberman in its place. I think they really need to focus on building the brand from all different sides, whether it's a spin-off to action figures to Target novels. I think that they need to do what they did with the 50th, where they get all these big writers to do a story for Jodie. And I think that they need to do it now because we need Doctor Who again to have a presence. We need to, when Doctor Who's off the air, we're talking about the next missing episode that's coming out. So, like, they have all these missing episodes. They know it's coming out. They're full of crap. So, like, they need to make it where Doctor Who is always being talked about throughout the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking consistent thing where this week we're like, wow, do you really believe that they're doing this crossover in Doctor Who with the 4th Doctor and Missy and whatever shit, right? Like they need to, like, Big Finish needs to be in union with the action figures. Big Finish should make sure they do tons of action figures with, their stuff. They should have an action figure of the Valyard in the trial of the Valyard, like, stuff like that, or a Light at the End figures or something, like yeah. Look, we had a video game, but how about a download DLC for the video game? How about, and now what a DLC is a thing that extends the lifespan of the game and adds levels. So add an adventure to Jodie's game, you know? And like I think about these things because when I worked in marketing. I worked where like the whole we saw videos on supply and demand, and what happens when you supply them too much with it, and what happens when you supply them too little. And the last thing you need is you don't need your audience to lose faith in the product where they don't care if they flood the market with stuff. And right now, people are losing faith with the product. And there's no talking points that are good enough to get new people in it. So whoever is watching, it's watching it. Like, I honestly think they need to do something where instead of alienating us as men, they give us stuff we could buy where they profit off of it instead of an agenda to look. Nobody makes money off of an ego, okay? Because the problem is that, and if you're so concerned with sending a message, that will put you in a poorhouse. Because at the end of the day, if you're really in marketing with Doctor Who, you got to put your opinions aside, and you got to see what's best for this. What's best for this product? How can we build our audience where we get new people coming in that will excite them? You know, how can we get people to like Jodie? What can we do? What can we make? And there's got to be a lot of compromises. It can't be like, oh, we're just not releasing any action figures. That's it. Because it's for women. Like, no. You can't, like, just do shirts that guys can't wear unless they're gay. No, I'm being very realistic.
I know where you're coming from. I know what you're saying.
I go to Hot Topic, and they have a shirt of the 11th Doctor, but it's like girly purple. So if you're gay, then you're flaming gay with that shirt on, like, Doctor Who, woo! You know, like, whatever. But, like, if you're not, it's like you put the cross and you're like, stay away from me type of thing. Like, so, like, you need to make a variety.
But isn't that then detrimental for having a female Doctor? Because there's nothing for male fans to attach themselves to, because it's all kind of like, as you say, gay or feminine orientated.
They're shitting on the male population. They're saying, we don't give a fuck about you and our fan base. Women will carry the show. Fuck off. And that's not a way that will end careers and that will end companies. An example of this is, I have to explain this, so we have to bring up something completely different.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Banks, that she's a writer, director, producer, for her to come out and tell that men suck is gonna destroy her fucking career. And all her friends that are like her in that same thing needs to shut the fuck up and steer her in the right direction, because she's gonna wind up in the fucking poorhouse. Because if you're not gonna be rich promoting shit that nobody cares about. And right now, this whole woke shit, that's not a selling point for anything. That shit fails 9 times out of 10. So, you know,
what do you think
needs
about
a course
this?
correction, and Doctor Who needs a course correction. And I'm not saying course correction where we need to cancel the show. Look, I know the Doctor lies, but I would like for them to stop fucking name dropping that the Doctor has sisters, the Doctor has brothers. Shut the fuck up. Okay? I don't think we need to give a shit what the Timeless Child is. Because when a draped cloth said Timeless Child, you lost me. I'm sorry, my couch covers talking to me. You lost me. So I don't even give a shit. There is no excitement whatsoever about the Timeless Child because couch drapes said it.
What if that's addressed in this season, the Timeless Child being something to do with Jodie's part, the Doctor's past, where it is something to do with her regenerations that she doesn't know of?
I think it has nothing to do with her regenerations that We don't know.
Well, they've done it. They've done it before with her. Why can't they do it again and include another unknown aspect of the Doctor that we're now being given on a
First of
plate?
all, the timeless child should be River's child. And if you look at Silence in the Library and Forest of the Dead,
Yeah.
she's watching over children, her children. She has the fucking TARDIS notebook in the fucking dream world there. In there.
Yeah.
Outside, was left outside. So I honestly think that her with Capaldi, they had a child, but he didn't know about it. And when he sent her off to the library, before she went to the library, she went somewhere else. I think she had a kid.
Damn.
He was
That's
with
a
her
bit.
for 24 years, right?
12 years.
Whatever. They
Was
were
it
a long
24?
time.
Was it 24?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, I know what you mean. At the Druidium.
And I'm talking, this was like the most extended vacation you've ever had. Like, they were a married couple. They were a couple. They were together.
Okay.
Always inseparable. So she definitely probably had a kid.
What do you think about a statement I'm reading that someone says that Jodie Whittaker is anticipated to stay on for a third series as a Doctor? However, it is believed that the BBC are expecting a new Doctor to take on the 60th.
No, because that's the bullshit. Because what's being readied is the contract extension.
How do you know what the contract is? Where does the contract extension come from? Where did that come from?
I'm going to tell you what. There are, what's the word? Whispers right now.
Yeah.
Of a contract extension. Awful. But they're not going to do anything because they want to see how this series does. Right? So, Series 12 will basically tell the tale when it's completed if she gets offered a contract extension, which I'm going to tell you right now, from what I hear, she's probably going to be offered a contract extension. Because supposedly this is night and day.
Well, beyond Series 13 you're talking about. Beyond Series 13 you're talking about.
The thing is that the commitment is that despite the 3 series, supposedly she's already signed to be in the 60th. Because Series 13 is very close to the 60th. So I honestly think that, and I said this before, and I joked around with it, and people don't get it. She's happy doing this. They're not, they fought with her and Chibnall twice, but overall, like, you see it in her face. She's not going anywhere. And I honestly think she's going to be staying.
Yeah, but what about this thing about most New Who Doctors have had 3 seasons and out kind of deal?
I think she's going to, this is the thing that Chibnall wants. I think she's going to break that. I think that this series knocks it out of the park, and all the people that are against her are going to cry for a long time because it's going to be a while before they get rid of her. So if she puts the numbers up, the BBC will be pigs and shit. And that's all they care about is numbers. So if there's bragging rights, then, you know, and probably what's going to happen is if the numbers go through the roof, Chibnall's going to be given like job security after Doctor Who's over to get whatever project he wants to do.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that look, here's the thing. It's like anything. She delivers, and the ratings are, and again, Series 11 sucked. Let's face it. Anything could be a fucking improvement over that, right? But
that's true. That's true.
But it's a thing of, what if it's not just anything that's an improvement? What if it's a dramatic fucking improvement? And I'm going to tell you right now, what we're going to be talking about after Series 12 airs, I predict, is when exactly she's going to sign the contract of an extension. Because I honestly think that this series is going to, like, Chibnall was going to, it was going to be like a fake out. And be like, why the fuck did he do this Series 11? Why the fuck did he wait? But then the argument's going to be like, well, look at Russell T. Davis's first series, and then second series, third series, fourth series.
I mean,
you gotta give him a chance to breathe and get his feet wet. So
exactly.
If he gets his feet wet, then there's going to be a lot less Jodie haters out there, and the focus is going to be on not Series 13, but how long can we get this woman to stay? And I can guarantee you, if the ratings improve so much in Series 12, then we're going to start seeing merchandise change. We're going to start seeing someone appointed as a merchandise thing, whatever, and you're going to start to see product. Because the moment the ratings, it's one thing to say that the ratings are good for Series 11.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be real good. Real good where now you're creating a demand for the product. Now people want a second chance. Now Hot Topic, they feel, yes, the stuff could sell. Give us more. Because I got to tell you, whatever they gave them, stuff went clearance. I'm sorry, it wasn't clearance. It was whatever. That stuff, this sonic screwdriver, and I know people don't want to talk about this, but this is the only new Who sonic screwdriver in history that went clearance weeks after it came out. I'm talking immediately. When David Tennant's sonic screwdriver, now I think went chucked. When David Tennant's sonic screwdriver and Matt Smith, that shit was mad expensive. That shit was like $50, $40, whatever, right? And when we had it and it broke, I always got a new one, but that shit was not cheap. Okay? This shit, you could have 20 of this shit. Okay? Because this shit, I honestly think they need to change the fucking design. Sten's shit's over. Tim's show's over. Make a new fucking sonic screwdriver this year. Get rid of this shit. I think she needs to do that. And I think they need to make it where, with the red settings too. Like, Jodie's red setting sonic screwdriver. Like, it's tougher now. Just like,
okay.
They had it before.
Yeah.
They need to have a new sonic screwdriver. Because in a pinch, she cobbled this together, but now that she has time, TARDIS needs to make her a new sonic screwdriver. We definitely.
That's kind of weird that the TARDIS, her new TARDIS, hasn't really said, "Look, I made you a new Sonic." Whereas she has to put it. I understand why she had to do it, because obviously she didn't have access to the TARDIS, so she was stuck in Sheffield.
And she's not too familiar with that technology.
Yeah, because she
every technology in existence, for some reason, she doesn't understand stands of technology.
Yeah, and she used things as a crystal to make that Sonic.
Right, so that could be a tracking device. They could be tracking her everywhere she goes with that Sonic.
Yeah.
So she needs to get rid of that. New TARDIS playset, new Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, show the companions, make action figures of the guest stars, for crying out loud. Like, why we couldn't get an Alan Cumming figure of his character in the Witchfinders is beyond me.
Oh yeah,
why not?
Yeah, Charles.
No, he needed an action figure. I'm sorry, you missed the boat.
I mean, the only thing we got from that season is a Bating Funko Pop or whatever it is, and that's all we got, really.
The episode being super shitty, fuck, right?
Yeah.
The Bating were awesome. The episode sucked ass, but the Bating were awesome. I told you, I like the Bating. I said, the Bating are my thing. I'm going to put them on a mug. They're the next project. I'm putting the Bating on mugs.
Up there with the Porgs and up there with little baby Yoda.
No, I'm not a Porg person. No, I'm not. No, I'm not a Porg person. No.
You don't like the Porgs?
No, I do not like the Porgs. No. I don't like the Porgs and I don't like the Ewoks, and I never did. The moment I saw that shit, I'm like, well, if I want to watch the Muppet Show It's on at 7 o'clock with Kermit and Miss Piggy. So I'm like, no.
Oh, so you're
No,
not into
really. No.
QC?
No.
Oh dear.
We had Care Bears and shit. Care Bear stare. No. I tolerated the Smurfs. I tolerated Gargamel, but no. I'm not into that QT shit. So I don't, the thing, they'll eat you. So I like that. That's cool.
All right, fair enough.
Where maybe she could defeat the Daleks because she drops off a whole thing of Patang. And that's how the Daleks get beat in next. Did I spoil that? No.
Well, okay. Well, at the end of the day, we're very close to premiere date. We're very close to.
You're hours away, right?
Yeah, whatever happens tomorrow, 23rd of November, if anything, that should be a talking point in any shape or form. And we'll see what comes out from that. Hopefully we'll get more news come out as the days go on, heading towards the
I just don't want people being I don't want people getting to a panic. Like if there's no trailer, that's it. There's no trailer.
Well, do you know what? Even if we don't get any trailer, we know Doctor Who's coming sooner than later. So let's be surprised about it. Don't give us nothing. Surprise us with that opener.
I honestly think I don't think he's giving us a trailer. I don't. Nope.
If not, then no. I mean, no need to cry about it.
I think maybe they'll probably show Jodie play the video game. VR.
Oh, at the end of time video, wow.
You will get stupid shit like interviews and shit. Like, oh, I don't like Bradley Walsh, she sings all the time or some shit. It's like stupid shit. They'll be talking about stuff. But I don't think we're going to get shit.
But if you get a trailer, it'll only be for that special. Well, I'm going to call it special.
Honestly, if we get a trailer, I don't think it's going to be that long at all. In fact, it might be fucking seconds.
Yeah, a teaser, they call it. A stinger.
It might be like a teaser where, they'll be seeing with the sonic screwdriver. And then you might have like a shocking thing like the Dalek not say exterminate, but like die and shit. Be like, oh, the Dalek said die. No.
Hopefully, Sarah's Troll will deliver. That's all I want. Deliver and give us something to talk about beyond it. Like you said.
Look, when we found out that this stuff was out, right?
Yeah.
I didn't like Kablam. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like the figures, so I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna represent. I went and I bought it like immediately, fucking immediately, right?
Yeah.
Got the whole set, right? So if you put the shit out, we'll buy that shit. Put out a trading card set of Series 11, like from Topps. Put out, do that with Series 12. I honestly think we need to look. You know what? I really hope that this series is all that like I think it's going to be, because it would be such a letdown if it isn't.
But remember, we were like this with Series 11. Everybody thought, oh, this is going to be the shit. A female doctor, blah, blah, blah.
Until you saw the Hershey kiss in the fucking park, and I'm like... I'm like, this is fuck. I'm like, that's what I saw. I was like, a fucking red bike. Shit. It was just crazy. The most important thing of the whole season is the Ryan Sinclair "Don't You Dare" song.
Yes.
Nobody gives a shit about anything else. Nobody will fucking remember anything from that season, except for the bad shit, like her talking to a frog. I mean, she could have just licked her lips too, like "You're my husband, like that. Like, shut up. That was ridiculous. If she was pouring her fucking soul out to Rose Tyler, but no, she's talking to a goddamn fucking frog. And it wasn't even Kermit, Mark. No. So I'm just, no, man, you lost me. No. Not a happy camper, man.
That was the biggest shocking.
That was the biggest shit I've ever seen.
I know. I'm like, what the fuck happened there?
What do you fucking do? You have a cop that's Yaz that never fucking works. And only in Resolution she acts like a cop. But she had nothing to do mostly the season. Oh, yeah, we get a little thing of fucking Yaz history. That's nice. In fucking Arachnids and fucking Demon and Punjab and shit. But
Mm-hmm.
then they throw her in the garbage again. And it's always like Ryan Graham, Ryan Graham, Ryan Graham, Ryan Graham. Like, shut up already. So
We'll see. We'll see what's to come.
I enjoyed this cast. It was serious. Doctor Serious Trump needs to be serious, man.
Yeah.
It needs to be serious. We need to have consequences. We need to be like holy shit moments. Like big shit needs to happen.
I think we might be getting that. I think that they're going to up the ante this time around, because if there was no consequences at all in season 11, nothing at all. Nothing phased them. Nothing threatened them. The nearest we got was Jodie being tied to something and being quizzed by Charles, whatever he was, with Alan Cummings. That was the nearest I saw her being threatened.
Honestly, every single doctor knew who had to deal with the fact that they were dying. And
Mm-hmm.
they had that whole fucking storyline about it. Matt Smith twice, for crying out loud. Twice. So, like, they're going to do that shit with her. She's got fucking an ailment. She doesn't want to die. She's dying. But they've done it with David Tennant. They did it with Matt Smith with fucking, you know, River. And then they did it again. What was the other thing? What it was? They just fucking keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, and they did it twice. They did it with River shooting him and him trying to prevent that. And then him dying in Trenzalore. So twice with Matt Smith.
That's right.
And then David Tennant was the Knox. And Capaldi doesn't want to regenerate because he considers that death.
Mm-hmm.
He's been avoiding that the whole time. Am I a good man? All that bullshit. So, like, I need to take the space to remind myself bullshit. So, every doctor is faced, they're going to fucking die. Like some type of prophecy or cataclysmic event that's going to kill her. Jodie's going to go through that shit too. I'm telling you, something's wrong with her health, the doctor's health. There was a scan, right? In whatever the fuck that episode was.
Yeah, the Conundrum.
And Kablam, man, they scanned her, and she just rushed them off. So that's what's going to happen. That's going to be a factor because there's consequences if you hold back the regeneration of you too fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
That could be bad.
They do need to stop that though, because I find it ridiculous that the doctor can hold back the regeneration for so long and go around saying hello everybody, goodbye everybody, and all that stuff.
Well, what if the consequence is that the body loses cohesion and starts to fall apart like Deadly Assassin fucking Master?
But he
starts to lose substance, skin, like shit just drips off like jello.
Mm-hmm.
Like because she just fucked around with the regeneration energy.
Well, she's only just been born, so she's got a couple of centuries in her yet.
Wow, but still, David Tennant held that shit back. Matt Smith held that shit back.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Capaldi held that shit back the longest. You can't hold that shit back no more. So.
Exactly.
That's going to be consequences. All right. Fun cast. Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye for now.
Interesting. All right. Bye-bye.